Hey guys, what's up? It's Adam again here with OddsJam on YouTube. We're going to be going over some stuff for NFL Week 8. Pretty much the same trends we've been looking at this year. Underdogs, the unders, and some plus EV player props. Um, Hopefully you guys watched the game last night. It's a pretty good game. Packers at the Cardinals. Another win for the visiting underdogs, a trend that we've obviously been focusing on this year. Um, I had money on the over that missed. Obviously, it was pretty close, but I thought 50 and a half would be just too low for that game. But that last stop at the goal line for the Packers, and then obviously the interception in the red zone to end the game for the Cardinals kind of nipped that over in the butt. But whatever, it was a great game. I had some player props hit on that last drive. AJ Green over 20 and a half yards, longest reception. That hit on that play from inside. Kyler's 5. Christian Kirk over 3.5 receptions. That hit on that drive. Chase Edmonds under 3.5 receptions. That stayed in there on that drive. And then the other one I had was Hopkins over 5.5 receptions, and that missed, obviously. So what's that? 3-2, up about $30. So I mean, pretty much a push, but it's better than 0 for 5, as you know. But let's get into what we got going on this week. As you guys can see, I'm 7-9 this year. But yeah, so first trend, we're looking at hungry dogs. If you guys follow Barstool at all, Hank's been saying hungry dogs eat. It's been true this year, as you can see, 59 and 49 against the spread, and on the road they're 37 and 27. That's the most profitable betting trend this year. I've got all the games put up here just so you guys can take a look at these spreads. I got the road underdogs on the left, and then the home underdogs on the right. My two picks for this week, I guess we'll start with the first one: Tennessee Titans plus 2.5 at the Indianapolis Colts. Both these teams have looked pretty good these last 2 weeks, obviously, but I do think that the Titans are better. Titans won 25-16 in week 3. 25-16. That's a 9-point victory, obviously, and the spread's at 2.5. I don't think the Colts' home field is worth 11.5 points. Colts are giving up 111 rush yards per game, and they're obviously facing Derrick Henry and a great Titans rushing offense. Titans are coming off of two pretty easy matchups. The Colts are coming off of two pretty easy matchups against the Texans and the 49ers. It makes me feel good about going with the Titans plus 2.5. And the other one I have here is kind of weird. Jaguars plus 3.5 at the Seahawks. Jags are coming off their bye week and their first win against Miami, obviously. Trevor Lawrence has actually looked pretty good these last 3 games. He's had a passer rating up over 90 in each of them. I think the bye week will help the Jaguars, kind of recover from injuries, go over some, just plays and everything like that. And obviously they're going against a Seahawks team with no Russ, no Chris Carson, a team that's really been struggling, but still playing close games. So I think this game's tough, but the Jaguars are a better team than people are making them out to be, obviously, with the whole urban scenario and all that garbage and stuff. But I like the Jags plus 3.5 here. The other one that I was looking at, actually two that I was looking at, that Washington football team plus 3 and the Cowboys plus 3, but I did see that I think Dak may be hurt for that Vikings game. And, man, that Cowboys at Vikings just seems like that classic game where the Cowboys just collapse and lose to a team that you did not expect them to lose to. So, we'll see how the injury stuff goes on. We'll see if I end up making that play. I'll, tweet that out if I do or anything like that. But those are the two games I have for the underdogs this week is Titans plus 3.5. Titans plus 2.5 and the Jags plus 3.5. Let's move on to the totals now. Totals, another pretty profitable betting trend here. The unders, including last night, 60 and 47 this year. Unders 58 and 38 when they don't go to overtime. It seems pretty obvious, but it makes that trend look even more solid, I think. I got all the games popped up here with their over-unders and the two highlighted in green that I like. That first one, Tennessee Titans at the Indianapolis Colts. I'm doubling down on this game. I'm looking at an AFC South matchup. classic AFC South matchup between the only two good teams in that division. 50.5 seems like a high total. Went back and looked at some of the historical numbers since 2016, including this 2016 season. This total has only gone over 51 4 games. And the total was obviously 41 points this season, 25-16. The games in Indianapolis since 2016, 4-1 under 51. So 4-1 under 51 at Indianapolis. And this trend is 7 out of the last 11 games have gone under 51. Obviously, we got a lot of, good running backs, good offensive line. I think this is going to be a game fought in the trenches here. I like under 50.5. That seems like a very high number. And the other one I like is the Eagles and Lions under 48. The Eagles games have gone under 48 3 times this season. So that's not great, but the Lions have gone under that 5 out of 7 times, including 5 games in a row. 5 games in a row, the Lions have gone under 48. The Eagles certainly don't have an explosive offense. They lean on the run. They lean on the quarterback run, obviously, with Jalen Hurts. So I expect a lot of running game, a lot of running clock, maybe a couple of turnovers, maybe a few missed field goals, kind of a sloppy game. Maybe a Lions victory. Maybe this is where the Lions are able to get that first win. First win of the year here at home. I hope so. I kind of like the Lions. I like Dan Campbell. He seems like an awesome dude, awesome guy to play for. So it'd be sick to see the Lions win, but that's what I got. So those are my 2 under totals. Titans under 50.5 and the Eagles under 48. And let's get into some of these player props I got. These are the 4 player props I've got so far. That first one I'd be a little wary of, that Khalil Herbert under 64.5. If I was going to skip one, I would skip that one. He's gone well over 65 rushing yards here the last 3 weeks, including I think 1 or 2 over 100 yards. I'm strictly playing the plus EV here, the plus 5.7%. So that's where I'm going here. I would not be surprised if that misses, but I'm putting it on there. I'm transparent. That's what I got going on. The Myles Gaskin under 23.5 receiving yards. I feel better about that one. Each of the last 2 weeks, his receiving numbers have been under 20. Going against a tough Bills defense, obviously, I like this one here. Justin Herbert to throw in interception, to throw over 0.5 interception, same thing. Justin Herbert, pretty good quarterback, obviously, good decision-making. And he's only thrown 4 interceptions this season, but he did throw 2 against the Patriots last year. We know how good Bill Belichick's defense is. We know how good he is at attacking young quarterbacks. At plus 9.3% EV, I can't pass that up. So I grabbed that on Caesars. Obviously, you can see it's available at BetMGM as well. The last one I got is this Pat Freiermuth over 2.5 receptions at even money. Freiermuth had 7 catches on 7 targets for 58 yards against Seattle 2 weeks ago. Coming off of the bye and against a tough Browns front 7. I like those quick passes to the tight end for Big Ben here. He's obviously got to make quick decisions. I think we're going to see a lot of passes to the running back, a lot to the tight ends, and I think 3 receptions is pretty low for Pat Freiermuth. I think he's only had 1 or 2 games this season where he got over 2.5, but they've both been recently. And I think coming off of the most recent game with 7 catches for 58 yards, I think that's pretty solid. So those are the 4 player props I've got. That Khalil Herbert under 65 rushing yards, Myles Gaskin under 24 receiving yards, Justin Herbert to throw an interception, and Pat Freiermuth over 2.5 receptions. Let's just do a quick refresh over here. So when did I refresh this? Refreshed that about 25 minutes ago. So as you can see, that's still there. This is a different one, that Khalil Herbert one. Pat Freiermuth one is still there at 7.4%. Let me see if there's anything else here for you guys to take a quick look at before I'm out of here. Justin Herbert's still there. This Nyheim Hines one. I haven't looked at the trends on that, so I'm not going to bet that yet. But if you guys want to hop in there and take advantage of this free play, while I've got the screener pulled up, go for it. Here's a couple down here. Khalil Herbert, that's the under receiving yards. So I don't know. Looks like Caesars isn't expecting much out of Khalil Herbert if they're offering a good price on Khalil Herbert under rushing yards and a good price under receiving yards. So that could be a trap. Obviously, some of these books change their prices because they want bets on that Khalil Herbert under. So maybe, I mean, it could be trappy, but it's, I mean, these are all things you got to think about when you're making your player props or making any bets at all like that. So not much else going on there. It's pretty early in the week though, so we'll get some more in there later. Like I said, follow me on Twitter at Cats2Dab20. Follow OddsJam on Twitter at OddsJam, obviously, and follow at Randall K Bets. That's Randall with two L's. Randall K Bets. He does some awesome promotions, some awesome parlays, like some crazy $500 parlays to win a couple thousand. You retweet some, and he'll send like $100 or $50 or $200, something like that. So just a little bit to drum up some attention, but they're pretty cool. And he does a lot of really good stuff on football, a lot of good stuff on basketball. So definitely a good follow for you guys to have as well. But yeah, that's what I got going on. Like I said, my 4 EV player props: Khalil Herbert under 64.5 rushing yards, Myles Gaskins under 23.5 receiving yards, Justin Herbert over 0.5 interceptions, Pat Freiermuth over 2.5 receptions. And then for the unders, I got Titans and Colts under 50.5, Eagles and Lions under 48. And then there you go. And the underdogs, I got the Titans plus 2.5 against the Colts and the Jaguars plus 3.5 against the Seahawks. So I'll have a little write up for that in the description here in case you hate hearing me talk. But yeah, that's what I got going on. So good luck this weekend. Make some money. And I'll see you guys around. Like I said, hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on the YouTube comment section, whatever. And I'll try to get back to you, try to help out, ask me any questions, or but like I said, good luck this week. Good luck this weekend, y'all. Happy gambling. Peace out.